Hey everyone, thank you for being here. Dawn Burgins Tarot, here with your mid-July 2023 general collective for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please forgive the fuzziness of the resolution and the weird lighting and the shadows and all of that other stuff. I'm working without my ring light, and I usually record this when it's really dark in early morning. So just bear with me until I get another one. But thank you again for being here. We can get started. So we're beginning with the Four of Swords, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Lover's card. So the Four of Swords is in a position of general energy, and it is clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Justice card. So this is saying to me a couple of things. I feel like there is someone who is disassociating themselves or detaching themselves from a situation. Someone isn't trying to be bothered with communicating with someone or really telling them how they feel or letting them have it. They're just like, okay, either they're ghosting this person and they're like, okay, I'm going to teach them, I'm not sure if it's coming from a place of I'm going to teach them or whether it's coming from a place of I just don't want to be bothered with this person from an authentic place, because sometimes people ghost you and it's like, okay, they're still very much interested, but it's like they're trying to teach you a lesson or something. So I'm not sure, and it could be you're the one that could be doing the ghosting, or this could be something that is having an effect on you in some way. And then for other people, this could be like a feeling of like contrite, like someone who has reacted and now they're feeling a little bit like, ew, like cringe, like, oh, why did I say that? Or why did I let myself get to that place? Because the Queen of Cups, she is all about controlling her emotions. I mean, she feels them, and she feels them very strongly, but she knows how to channel them and she knows how to control them. Justice card, in a lower vibration, it can indicate, trying to take karma and take matters into your own hands. But the Justice card, it speaks about doing things with dignity, grace, fairness, not jumping to conclusions, looking at things looking at the evidence, not making presumptions or assuming the worst. So take that how it fits. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the placement of advice or general energy, and beneath the Wheel of Fortune we have the Page of Wands and we have the Emperor. All fire in this placement. So like the Page of Wands, right, has a long way to go before it can occupy the space or the role of this Emperor. So there could be someone in the equation that has either maybe fabricated their status or circumstances. Maybe they're dealing with something, just feeling like they're not up to par in a particular matter. If this is something internal, it could be something that you've gone through that has made you feel this way. An Emperor, it's not gender specific. Like if you're the person that is taking care of the home or the head of household or the one that has the brunt of the responsibilities, then that is the Emperor energy. And it may feel like things have kind of like the bottom has fallen out of a situation, and so you're trying to build yourself back up. I mean, we do have the Four of Swords here, so this very well could indicate some sort of injury that occurred or some sort of life occurrence that has kind of made you, or whoever this is involving, kind of retreat, or there's been some sort of still or stagnation in this situation and someone's trying to keep it together. So, but nonetheless, this Wheel of Fortune, it does speak about this being a temporary situation and things will start to open up. If this is someone who you're involved with, they may be going through some sort of growing process. I'm feeling for some people, just a couple, that there may be someone involved who is being too demanding on the other person, or maybe they're misreading something that's happening. Like if this person is being a little bit shut off Like maybe the other person is thinking the worst, or they're out cheating, or they're out doing this, but really they may just be trying to grind or hustle or get, or figure out their day to day. So again, it's honor and grace and dignity and all of that could be useful in this situation. Not jumping to conclusions and really communicating. Because what we have coming in is the Lover's energy again. So, and it's clarified by the Six of Cups and by the Strength card. So the Lovers is like, this could indicate a couple things as well. This could indicate that there is someone who has been iced out, but they're trying to kind of make little gestures and efforts in coming back, or to showing their affinity and affection towards this person. I feel like for some people this could be, because the Lovers can be very auspicious for a long-standing, very fruitful relationship, but it's really about looking beyond, what you see and what you feel in that moment. It's about looking beyond the surface into the hidden, seeing everything that comes with this person, or everything that is, all the baggage, the flaws, the habits or vices or things, that make up who they are, and making a decision based off, again, evidence and what you see, but not what you think about the person, like we were talking about with this Justice card. So it's about taking time, because it takes time to really see all of the innards of a person's being. The Strength card, did I put this in the right place? I think it was like this, but the Six of Cups, I feel like this is indicating something that, again, can be very stable, but it's going to take a lot of determination, a lot of control. Someone in this dynamic is going to have to really grow up and, again, learn how to communicate and learn how to not be too demanding, because I pulled these three cards to kind of clarify the overall spread. So we got the Page of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. The Page of Swords feels like she's always ready. She's ready for the worst. Not necessarily the worst, but she's ready and prepared for what may come. And a lot of times it can be something negative. So we may be dealing with someone who just has a hard time trusting, and so they're always thinking worst case scenario, and it's kind of causing a trickle down effect on this relationship, or on their person, or maybe even themselves. But it feels like there is someone who is putting in the work. This Eight of Pentacles is working at a pace, doing something that they care about, but understanding that it's going to be more of a long-term goal. It's not something that may necessarily pay off right away. But there is someone in this situation who is planning, who is working diligently, and they have you, like you're a part of their ultimate plan, and they're doing this with you in mind, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. And when we come here, this is kind of like the energy of whoever is involved in this reading. And so we're starting with the Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And I'm looking at this kind of literal to the imagery. And what we see, with the Five of Swords, it talks about, some sort of conflict, typically something like someone trying to have the last word, or trying to, have the last word, but it's like kind of like a back and forth energy, like no one's getting anywhere. Like even if it feels like you may cuss someone out and it may feel great, but it's still nothing is resolved. And this one specifically, it speaks about the trickle down effects, like for the people that are around you. So it may be people in y'all parameter that's just like, they're getting on my last nerve. It could be a kid, like if you guys have a kid together, or it doesn't necessarily mean y'all have a kid together. It could just be some, one or two parties may have children, or maybe it's your puppy. Like your puppy's like, God, I wish they would just shut the hell up, or something. But and especially over something that is not a fact or not a given. Again, I feel some heavy presumption, like presumptuous energies, or like where someone is thinking the worst, but it may not be what it seems. This Justice card. And this Four of Pentacles also, you know, in addition to this girl, you know, kind of being the emperor of her own domain, you know, working despite the tides that may be coming in, she's not thinking about that. She's staying focused on her own situation. And this particular deck, I think she categorizes this as someone who is being the emperor of her domain, and this is right beneath the Emperor card. So this is saying definitely that someone needs to work on themselves and do a self-check. But the Four of Pentacles can also be about being too tightly wound, or uptight. And, you know, if this is you, I'm not trying to be, you know, harsh or anything, but, you know, I'm just keeping it real. So don't shoot the messenger. But sometimes we have to look at ourselves, you know. Justice card. Again, doing things, being just, like, I'm getting a heavy vibration of, like, you know, you don't want to be accused of doing anything that you're not doing. You know, you don't want to be accused unfairly. So this is an energy I'm getting from this, you know, to let people communicate, to give people space to communicate and share their honest thoughts. And don't cut up unless you have a reason to. And even then, don't cut up, but don't, you know, don't speak on something that hasn't even reared its head or been proven to be a fact, you know, because that's just a waste of energy and time. Eight of Wands. I'm feeling a lot of, I'll just put this next to each other. So I'm feeling that this is a situation that there is someone in this situation who is a very good prospect, even though they may have a little growing to do. But you have to use discernment in that, because that won't be for everybody. But I'm feeling a lot of flourishing, you know, like these buds that are starting to sprout and burgeon, you know. Just imagine like the dead winter and the cold and everything's just so still, and then springtime comes and there's just so much growth. And a lot of times it happens, you know, very rapidly. You know, you wake up and you start seeing things sprouting, and that's kind of this is the possibility within the situation, you know, whoever this is for. A lot of growth potential. And this King of Cups, again, similarly to the Queen of Cups, is someone who has their emotions under control, but who is not afraid to show them. And I feel like there may be someone who, when I said that, if it gave me this energy of there may be someone who feels like their person may be clocked out or tuned out because they're not a reactive type of personality. Like, you may be like, okay, let's just use this as an analogy. Like, if you're a female and you're used to having really like domineering men, like maybe you had a very like tyrannical father or ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, and you're used to like the type of people who are very just kind of aggressive. And this is someone who is really like chill and kind of unbothered, and it may convey as, oh, well, maybe they don't care or they're not interested. But I'm feeling like in this King of Cups energy, it's just someone who is a very balanced person. They feel, but they don't like want to stress you out. They don't want to stress themselves out. They're very, you know, a very attuned individual, and a very introspective person, and a kind person, you know, in their own way as well. So I'm going to pull a couple of angel cards. As far as signs, we have a little bit of everything. The most prevalent off the bat is Libra and Gemini and Aries. So Libra is the most prevalent, but we also have Scorpio, we have Sagittarius, we have Capricorn, we have Aquarius, we have Aries, we have Virgo, we have Cancer, But the most would be, we also have Scorpio and Leo. So yeah, but the most would be Libra. Did I say Gemini twice? Gemini and was it Aries? And Aries. So Gemini, Libra, and Aries are the most prevalent. Just a second. Get my angel cards together. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Sign of Pisces. What messages do we have for Pisces? Messages of enlightenment, affirmation, direction for Pisces. Sun, moon, and rising. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. So the two cards that we pulled were joy and contentment. And just off the bat, you know, for me, this is just saying, why make a mountain out of a molehill? Why create issues or drama that don't need to be, you know, for some people that's their love language. Like drama can be someone's love language because that's the way they're used to communicating, maybe in their background or their family, or, you know, like sometimes we come from trauma and, you know, we express ourselves the way we've been taught or accustomed to. But let's read a little. I'm going to read a little bit on both of these cards. I don't want to hold you too long. See if we can keep it under 20 minutes. Okay. Joy and, what was the first one? Yeah, joy and contentment. H-I-J. Be here now. Enjoy the present moment and all of the positive experiences that have unfolded and are continuing to unfold. A wave of contentment is washing over your life. Contentment is about taking time to reflect on your situation, enjoy the moment, and trust that you are always being guided. Your angel team is encouraging you to follow your heart now. Do what makes your heart and soul sing. Do what makes you smile, dance, and rejoice in the glory of life. Your angel guide is encouraging you to live your joy fully. Know that your ultimate purpose is to live joyfully, and through the expression of your joy, you will reach a state of bliss and contentment. Happiness is the key to inner peace, and you are being given an opportunity to experience it now. And the next one we have, it is ask and receive. So it's simple as put, but I'll read it anyways, you know, to give a little bit more clarification. Ask and you shall receive. Your angel guide wants you to know that help is available. You are being encouraged to shift your perceptions and recognize that even in the most difficult of circumstances, a miracle is possible. Whatever miracle you need, it is available to you now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that you may have been blocking support by saying no to the things you wanted to say yes to, and asking you to change that now. When you begin to say yes to the experiences that light you up, you usher in increased levels of support into your life. So it mentions saying no to something that you want to say yes to. So this could be an issue of someone's pride. Again, someone wanting to show someone, you know, based off of their presumptions, or maybe, you know, like maybe you saw where there was some sort of X on, you know, your person's page, and you're like, oh, you know how we can just, not we as in we, but just people in general can get triggered over like little things because they're afraid of, you know, because you've been hurt before, or because you know how the fabric of people can be sometimes, you know, you just automatically think the worst. But don't let these little situations turn you cold. Communication is important, and don't mess up a good thing based off of these little, you know, random moments that don't really mean anything. Because I feel like whoever this is a good person. But again, you'll have to practice some discernment in that and see how it fits for your situation. So But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here again. Dawn Burgins Tarot, and have a great rest of your July. Thanks. Bye.